It's just a shot of the street right now.
We don't have any audio on right now.
Yeah.
But yes, we're.
Yeah, we just came up.
Down. And nice ice chest for you. Water.
Let me look and see. We're trying to get our friends up and forward. What's on your?
On the right.
Okay, your head is right under the flag, dear. Your head is right under the flag on the TV, and it's.
And they can go to HavaSuOnlineTV.com too.
Okay, they can go to Havasu Live TV,
Havasu Online TV.
HavasuOnlineTV.com. Oh wait.
TV. Havasu Online TV.
Online TV.
They'll find it. Yeah, coming down.
All right, we want to thank everyone for joining us for the 2019 Veterans Day Parade. We're based out of our normal location right outside of Jersey's. at the corner of McCulloch and Scott Drive, also known as Media Center Drive. You can start hearing some of the engines firing up. As we are kicking off the 2019 Veterans Day Parade. We don't have a list of what's going on, but we have the motorcycles coming on through. Proud Veterans displaying the colors. No better way to start off a parade than a bunch of American-made motorcycles and riders, all sporting the colors. We appreciate their service. Thank you all for joining us. It's a beautiful day out here, probably, I'd say 70s right now. You can see we've got veterans as well as support for the veterans all up and down McCulloch here on Main Street. Great way to start a Monday, honoring our veterans and all who served, currently and present and past. Motorcycle rally passed through first. We'll wait and see who's next. Pudge, thanks for letting me know. 64 right now. It is a beautiful day for a parade. Can still hear the motorcycles rumbling down the street. We don't have a full itinerary of who's going to be in the parade this time, but we have heard differences of the, we know the band's going to be part of it, as we had to drop off one of our chillins to do that. We've had the motorcycles go by, which I don't think we'd be opposed to them coming by again. We know the Marine Corps League will be a part of this. Always count on our viewers to let me know if I'm a little bit off on something or need clarification. As I said, veterans line in the street, showing their support, as well as the rest of the town, for just a little bit from about 9:30 to 12:30. Everyone who's not doing something comes on out, shows their support. And then I remember back when I used to work with Murphy Broadcasting, Rick Murphy would have us shut down for those 3 hours, honor our veterans, and then get back to work. Rick Murphy and the Murphy Broadcasting Station's huge supporters of our veterans. Bud, you ever do get down to an event, I'm going to throw a headset on you. You've always been watching us, so I'm going to throw a headset on you. I'm going to make you announce also. You can see parade viewers, all ages, down here to view. Take part in it. Thank you everyone who also joined us yesterday for our few streams that we had going in honor of the Chalk Festival down at the high school. And then as yes, we've been asked, you will be joining us also for the Parade of Lights, which Roger Galloway will be back broadcasting with us on that event. So right now we're just waiting for the rest of the parade. We've been told they are underway. Color Guard and Fire Department are now just breaking into view. You can just see them at the edge of the trees there, coming into our view.
Is this place open?
Love to see everyone rise to their feet as the colors come forth. Followed, of course, by our first responders from Lake Havasu. Followed also by our veterans as well. Got World War II veterans following down. Thank them for their service. Marine Corps League color guard now is approaching. The boxes have already started to appear around town, so make sure you get in on the Toys for Tots. They've already started to clear their space, the shops, for their collection. But I already know you go to places like the Movies Havasu, Star Cinema, as well as multiple shop locations around town. You can find the Toys for Tots box right there. Up next, the Marine Corps League Auxiliary Unit for Lake Havasu. Honored guest is Julie Marie Dowd, honored guest of the parade, serving with the United States Navy, honored guest of the parade. Coming up is a tradition they've set forward. The Honorable Mayor Calashini and City Council always walks the parade routes.
That siren sure makes a lot of noise, huh? Morning.
Also coming up, Leo Biasucci, as well as Sonny Borelli, working on behalf of our states. The House of Representatives, State Senate, their official vehicle following behind them. It's one thing I've always appreciated with our city council, as well as our state representatives. They walk the parade route. They've always said if it's good enough for the kids to do, they can do it too. Our police on hand. Havasu City Police Department, as well as the Explorers also in the parade. Explorers working with high school students looking for a career in law enforcement. So as we have a traditional police vehicle go by, we now have an old classic as well. I would be tempted to actually speed to be pulled over by that. Havasu being one of the car classics of the capital. Well, maybe we need to have more classic police car out there as well. Mojave County Sheriff also in line. Mojave County Sheriff. Looks like all of the law enforcement in line in support. Coming up next should be Mojave County Search and Rescue. Pure volunteer search and rescue out here. Probably one of the largest search and rescue crews you'll see for a town this size. And when they are called, they answer the call and do not hesitate to do everything necessary and needed. Huge shout out and thank you to all of our Mojave County search and rescue crew. We've been asked a few times. Yes, we are out in front of Jersey's Grill. Usually they are open on Veterans Day as well to serve, but Monday is their traditional day closed, so regretfully they are not open today. But we do invite you to take part of any of their breakfast buffet on Sunday, one of the best in town. And a shout out for Pete for letting us use the patio area as well again. Next up, coming in the screen will be the Disabled American Veterans vehicle. Part of the transportation network. They help everyone with benefit counseling, transitions, employment assistance. Of course, working to fulfill the promises for all those who served. Of course, with being snowbird season, you start to see our visitors, winter visitors come down. Canadian veterans also being honored for their service as well. The American Legion Post 81. Always out there honoring their vets. Veterans of Foreign Wars up next. Post 9401. And it looks like they have a contingent of off-road vehicles coming behind them. Representing all the branches of our armed services. Many thanks to all of their service for everything they've done. One of his favorite parade days. Flying all the colors. Havasu does have the reputation of being the most patriotic town, and the reputation of it. It's actually been officially voted on it. Who voted on it, I don't know, but we'll take it. More classic cars on their way next. We apologize for not having a call list, but also one of our honored guests passing by. Lund Ridge Republican Women, bringing their contingent of classic cars. Mark, thank you for joining us. Wendy, thank you for joining us. Tina as well. Brian, thanks for joining us on a beautiful, feels like maybe it's up to about 65 now. Veterans Day Parade here from Havasu. From between the palm tree and the flag on the patio at Jersey's Grill. More of the classic cars coming through. Next up, AZ flags and flagpoles. Probably the most patriotic store you're going to also find in Havasu. Right there on Nakoma. Go visit them if you need flagpoles, anything, even specially made things. Next up, the twirling group from Starline, we believe. Veterans Day Parade, you always see all the clubs and organizations also from Lake Havasu Unified School District coming out to send their support. Nicholas, thank you for joining us. Brian, you're always welcome back home. You know, we'll always keep the light on for you. Up next, PACE, which is a program that works on education for Havasu youth, letting them know all there is about constitutional rights and rules. Beautiful float designed by them. Great job, kids. You can hear the chant starting for USA. And they've been doing this, I heard, all the way from the top of the street down. And that's awesome. Another float of our proud young supporters of our veterans. That's going to be a lot of energy to carry this whole way through. They're halfway through the route and they haven't stopped. Current Navy passing by. Next up, Tent 777. Marine Order of the Cootie. Amazing ladies. Shout out to Karen Ehrlich, watching all the way from Redding, California. Here, she needs to come down and visit her grandchildren a little bit. She comes down, I order dinner. There's a challenge. Come down, buy you dinner. Veteran Center up next. Next up, Love on a Leash. Animals help veterans. a couple of our viewers waving the flag.
There's a delay. There's a little bit of a delay.
Up next, Boat Broker, always a huge supporter. Honoring our veterans as well. Rick, thanks for watching us from LA. Karen warned me she might be here sooner than I think. Guess I better save some money for it. Eagle Riders represented here. Ton of work that the Eagles do with our veterans also. Glad to have them on board. Letting us know that the Bears coming in time for Christmas. Red Dragons Martial Arts passing through right now. 4 Dragons, I've been corrected. 4 Dragons, my apologies. And you can hear the band playing in the background, a little bit of the sirens. As we missed them last time, but we've got them this time. As they were off competing for the London Bridge Days Parade. It is the Lake Havasu High School Band of Knights. So we'll quiet down and let them speak for themselves. Followed by, if someone says banded and dangerous, our injured band of knights. Always love to hear the Knights play. Civil Air Patrol is going to be coming into screen next year. Their van followed also by the active members of the Civil Air Patrol currently. We appreciate their dedication and wish them great futures. Hi Laura, how you doing? Glad I could be streaming. Thanks for joining us. Val, thank you also for joining us. Rick, thank you of course watching. We do have a couple more still coming. You can see everyone waiting as they come down. Beautiful day here in Lake Havasu City for a parade. And what better reason than honoring our veterans. Megan, which one was your baby? Let us know. Sea Scouts will be on their way. Roseanne, we're sorry home sick. That evil bug's been going around. We sent our production off to urgent care. She's so dedicated she came back to help us set us up because we were taking too long. But you hear her coughing in the background there. That's her. So Sea Scouts are up next. Ah, your baby was with the Civil Air Patrol. That is awesome. So Pool Pros pulling the Sea Scouts official vote. Coming up next, veterans, of course, also enjoy their pets, so it's the Pet Partners. Touching lives, improving health. Everyone knows nothing's better than coming home and being greeted by a happy, unconditional love that pets can give. Great contingents of our four-legged supporters. That's a big one right there. Great Danes taking up the rear, gorgeous animals. Coming next up the street, on the route, Daughters of the American Revolution. Specialize in historic preservation, education, and patriotism. Try to fight that glare for some of you. Hey, Cindy, thanks for watching from Phoenix. Daughters of the American Revolution definitely having some spice and energy this morning. Elks Club up next. See, I just came up, shook my hand, by the name of Maverick, great young man, known him since he was knee-high to a grasshopper. Elks remembering our veterans. Many Elks, of course, are veterans, and we appreciate everything they've done. And making a second appearance, we got to see him, of course, the first time during the London Bridge Days Parade, but they're back again. It's the Shrine Club for Lake Havasu. Great organization. Raise huge amounts of support and money for the Shrine hospitals all across the world, and also contribute and help with the Clothe the Child program with the Masons. Right there on camera. Longtime veteran Bob Lyden. Great to see him on the float. If there's any kind of organization that needs help, you can usually count on counting Bob Lyden in. He'll be there to help them out. Helping out with youth organizations as well. More classic cars coming up, and I recognize this one in the fire chief truck coming in through. That is the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Dean Mesmer, sporting the colors. He gave me, at the end of production reminds me, gave me my first job. Yes, he did. Taught me the value of hard work. Also taught me the value of what it means to work at 128-degree heat. He told me that he was going to make sure that I understood why a cushy job in air conditioning was much better. Huge debt of gratitude to that man. And also, up next is coming to the screen, the big fire engines that he has rescued. Whenever we have a veteran come in town or come home, these are sporting on the highway. They've actually been rescued and restored by Mr. Mesmer. Lake Havasu Danes coming up next, showing their support. Truly Nolan coming up next, showing their support also for our veterans. Looks like they took a page from the Shriners and got themselves a little vehicle as well. Junior Mouse, official title of that vehicle. Mousetail sporting the flag, that is great. Lakeside Auto coming up next with their vehicles. Classic cars as well. This is one of the things about this time of year when you're doing parades. When it's time for the classic cars to roll through, you see just about every make, model, and kind you can imagine. Coming up next, some very classic cars. Now coming in shot also longtime supporter Steve Greeley over at KNTR. Always brings out his classic vehicle and joins in the parade. Nicole's joining us. We miss you being in the parades also, Nicole. Watch us from Colorado. We appreciate you. As is Veterans Day, I know many of you could be out doing other things, and I appreciate all of you joining us on this broadcast of Lake Havasu City honoring its veterans with their 2019 Veterans Day Parade. Now I can cheat. I can look up the road a little bit, and I can tell you right now, you are about to see a nice long line of classic vehicles coming through. Just found out from production, a Woody's is coming up. I thought, Laura, that was your baby with Grandpa. I thought so. She looked like she was having a blast. Up next, you see a Woody's. Haven't seen one of these in a long time. Wheelies, sorry. After this next classic car, coming in frame, you can just see it, the nose of it right here, as they're getting ready to move forward. The Corvette Club of Havasu. If you didn't know we had a Corvette Club, we do. And they've got some gorgeous vehicles that are going to come right through. And if you've got a Corvette, you need to join the club. And if you've got a Corvette you want to lend me, that I can drive through it, I'll be glad to pilot it. The official start of the Corvette Club's part of the parade. I mean, hey, you can have an off-road club and Havasu. Why not have a Corvette Club? For our New York viewers, there's your vehicle. Yeah, I love the flag viewing too. That's why people have asked me if I want to move to a different location, and the answer is no. I think the flag works perfectly there. One side of the screen, we've got the palm tree representing Havasu, we've got the blue sky up above, and we've got the flag. Couldn't be any more perfect for this day. So we start the parade with the motorcycles driving their engines by us, and now we have the Corvettes roaring their engine by us. I'm okay with this. Wish I was more of a car guy. I could tell you each one of these as they go by. Next time we'll have to get Mr. Miller from the high school. Have him tell me which each vehicle is as they go by. All I know is that they're gorgeous. Now we're getting back more into the classic car era. Havasu is one of the best places. On a Thursday night, you can usually find them up and down Main Street, hanging out at Scoops, multiple locations. And the great thing is they're just walking up and down, admiring everyone's work, everyone's vehicles. Now we've had our motorcycle club, we've had our Corvette club, we've had our classic cars. So of course you have to have also the Havasu four-wheelers coming into the screen next. I always said a lot of the Havasu four-wheelers do also work with the search and rescue, but they also know how to go have fun as well. If you want to contact them, easy way to do that, just go on to Facebook, type in Havasu four-wheelers, and they'll get you in touch with them. If you have a four-wheel vehicle and want to join the club, get into the excitement and the fun, that's how you find them. Cindy, we can't wait to have you back in Havasu also. If we're broadcasting the event, any event, you're in the area and you're home local, let us know. Come on down and say hi. Little four-wheel friend in that vehicle supporting our troops. Love how they put the flags on the windshield wipers away, also to wipe, turn them on to wave the flags. four-wheel club at Havasu per capita is probably one of the largest four-wheel clubs around. And yes, in the summer, they do dwindle their numbers a little bit as they go off to an excursion and venture in other parts of the country, but always about October, they descend and come back down, and then you see them everywhere. We want to thank all of you for joining us. We greatly appreciate all of your viewership, all your supports, your likes, your shares, your follows. It makes it easier for us to bring these events to you and to tell people this is what you want to see. Beautiful day for it. People on the sidelines shouting thank you when they see someone with the veterans cap or veterans memorabilia, and we do appreciate them. We thank them for everything they have done and for the current ones that are doing it right now. Havasu Online TV appreciates them. Coming into screen next, that was the four-wheel group. Up next is the U.S. Submarine Veterans, the Silent Service from the U.S. Navy. Huge reaction from the crowd on this one. It's great when we see the veterans thanking the people. They don't understand how much we appreciate them and everything they've done. And it appears the Silent Service, our U.S. submarine, are going to be the ones that are to finish the parade off. So on behalf of myself and everyone on the sidelines, myself, Julia, our interns that we actually gave the day off, we want to wish you all a great Veterans Day. If you are a veteran viewing this, I cannot thank you enough for your service. And be watching as basketball will be starting up and other LHHS fall sports. November 20th, we'll be joining you with that. And then on to the Christmas parade lights in the 1st of December. So this is Drake signing off for Havasu Online TV. Have a great day.